y'all are here and that y'all decided to come and put forth the effort to do this class, and you will get out of it exactly what you're supposed to get out of it. So. Up to you during this session that we're doing is because that is an important thing, is the animal kingdom. And so they are part of this also. And they're looking for people that want to bring this forward. So you're going to see that more and more. In fact, I would bet that y'all already seen things at the corner of your eye. Things just go by you and you go, what was that?
Yeah,
And
all the time.
so that's us walking. It's like a dance. You walk in, you walk out. You just kind of waltz in, you waltz out. And so that's how it works. So, okay. The first thing we're going to do is hypnosis. So let me tell you a little bit about it so that you know what it is. We're going to do a group induction, and so that I want to also put forward that when we come back from lunch, one of y'all will also do a group induction, and all it is guiding us into trance, and then injecting some good positive feelings. Whatever you want to say is fine. If it's just you're happy, and you notice how happy you are. That's it. That's all. If you want to add more to that, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a poet among us, so it's not me. But there are those that are very good with words here. So let me tell you a little bit about hypnosis. You can't get stuck in it. It's impossible. I've already explained it's like just daydreaming, really. You won't tell me anything that you don't want me to know. Okay? In fact, I don't want to know any of your stuff because I got my own stuff. So y'all keep your stuff to yourselves until we do a session, and then if you want to work on something, then that's fine. And so each one of you should be compiling a list of things that you would like to ask God. I believe in God, so that's where I'm at. And if you believe in the universe or whatever, that's fine. I'm not here to change your belief system. So we'll do that. Write down your questions. You know, whatever they may be. There's nothing off limits. There's nothing taboo. This is a no judgment zone. Egos get left at the front door. Okay? So no one's better than anybody else. I don't consider myself better than any of y'all. I consider myself equal, and y'all equal to me. I have some knowledge that I'm going to pass on to you. That's the only difference. Okay? That doesn't make me better than you. It doesn't, and if you, for what the stuff that you know, doesn't make you better than me. We're equal. Okay? So, you can't get stuck. You won't tell me anything that you don't want me to know. Of course, you won't give me your, PIN number. That's obvious, because otherwise I wouldn't even be here. I'd be on my island with my jets and yachts and all that stuff. Well, maybe not, but something different. In fact, they do use this in courts of law to remember things, okay? But they won't allow it for testimony. And the reason they won't be allowed for testimony is that if you could tell a lie in your normal state of being, you'll be able to tell a whopper, a much more believable lie, because you have access in trance to everything from the beginning of you till now. Now, I don't know what your belief system is, but I believe in God. So, from that point to now, everything, including everything that y'all know. You see, you get to pull on that. Universe is called universal knowledge. okay? You get to pull on those things. So of course you're going to be able to tell a whopper or a lie. They know that. So that part isn't allowed. And of course the FBI, the CIA, the Russians, the Chinese would already been using this. They've already tried it, of course, to be able to control people. You cannot be controlled because it's all free will. You go into trance on your own. All I do is guide you in. You do the rest. So there's three things. One, you want to do it. Y'all should be writing this down because you're going to be repeating this to your clients. This is the three things. Okay? One, you want to do it. Two, you give yourself permission to do it. And you also give me permission to guide you into trance.
I'm sorry, repeat that one again. 2.
2, you give yourself permission to go into trance. And you give me permission to guide you into trance. Cynthia, can you turn the fan down?
Yes.
A little bit, please? Make a little bit of noise, please. And,
Oh, thanks, sorry.
okay, that's the lights.
That's the light. There you go.
Good job. There you go. That's quiet. I don't know if it's off or not. Yeah, it's still moving. That's good. That's good, Cynthia.
All right.
Good job. Thank you. Okay, third. Now, this is where, if anybody's going to fail, this is it. And especially when you start dealing with light workers. Okay? Follow instructions. Light workers always, they've already gone through the meditation process. They always know how to do all this. So the first thing they do, they close their eyes and just take themselves in. Don't do it. Tell your clients, don't do it. Tell them ahead of time. You must follow instructions. You're going to do the biggest nothing you ever done in your life. And just allow. This is also part of the pre-talk that you will be doing. Now there's two different types of pre-talk. There's a real simple pre-talk, which is what I just gave you. I told you that 1, you will not get stuck. Okay? 2, you won't tell me anything that you don't want me to know. So any of your deepest, darkest secrets will not be revealed unless you want to share them. 3, I can't make you do anything that you don't want to do. That's at a moral level, all the way down to, well, I just don't feel like doing it. So evidently, I can't make you give me a bunch of your money. Or you would give it to me, and then you'd say you want it back. That's how it works. Because you don't forget the things. Your abilities are heightened 10 times. Well, they say 100 times, but I can't get my head around 100 times, but 10 times, your senses are heightened. Okay? So, this is what you should be telling your clients. they're heightened 10 times. In other words, you'll be able to hear, smell, taste, touch, what's the other one?
See.
See. Oh, see. Yeah, that's the big one. And so that's one of the reasons why I have you close your eyes when I do this, is that 70%, about 70% of your senses is seeing. So, and this also works, by the way, with people who are blind or who are deaf. You can do hypnosis with people who are blind or deaf. So don't limit yourselves. All right? So, of course, then that means that you can do hypnosis with your eyes open. Well, of course. If you watch TV, the commercials, every one of the commercials are designed to use hypnosis. And so what they do is a lawyer will come out and say his little stuff, and in the background you'll have, I've got $2 million, you know. So that's what they're doing, is they're trying to bypass your critical factor. And so now you remember this lawyer who got this person $2 million, or whatever it is. Or car commercials, they used to like to do, used car dealers used to like to, or even regular dealers used to like to do one where the announcer would be talking about the cars and the benefits and everything. In the background you see an elephant go by with a monkey riding it. So your mind gets tricked into letting this information go in. So now when you go to buy a car, that comes up. But you have free will. That's the neat thing about it. Even though it comes up, it doesn't mean you're going to go buy that car. Okay? And that goes for beverages. I like the Budweiser one with the frogs. I thought that was one of the cutest ones. And so they bypass your critical factor by having the frog ride the alligator, okay? And saying, Budweiser's the best thing for you, all right? So, you know, you still, if you want to drink that, then that's what you're going to do, and you're going to remember that, and it's going to make a happy feeling for you. But if you don't, and you don't drink, and so it'll just free will out the door. So it's a choice. You always have choices. So, but they do use hypnosis for that, and that's an awakening state. So of course you can work with blind people, all right, and you can work with people who can't hear. Either way, it's just how you do it, how you present it, and there are people who specialize in doing hypnosis this way. So, okay, so. Y'all got all that, right? Okay, you got the 3 main things, right? And y'all have any questions so far?
Will you show us later on how we do it with someone who doesn't hear?
Oh.
Because how can you do a pre-talk if they can't hear you?
They can read. Oh
Just
my
kidding.
goodness.
Okay.
What a thought. Yes.
All right.
So that's how you do it. You do it by reading. Okay? So you tell them ahead of time, just like I tell you, look at my finger. All right? So it says, look at his finger. Follow his finger. When your eyes get down to a certain point, and then you move your hand like this, you go into a deep trance. Is that okay? You say, okay. Done. Nothing to it. Use your imagination. Okay? People get hung up with having to have scripts to do hypnosis with. You don't need scripts. You really don't. You just need to know certain things that you need to tell them ahead of time. Okay? And when they come in for the pre-talk, the interview, whatever you want to call it, Dolores Cannon likes to call it the interview. Okay? And so that's going to be changed. What she had before put out to do in the interview. You don't need to know their family history. You don't need to know anything, actually. That's the truth. You just need to have, and whatever they come up with, is their conscious mind has to come up with reasons for doing whatever they're doing, okay, or whatever they think is wrong, and 99.9% of the time they're wrong. Okay, it's completely something different.
Well, at the QHHT level 1, when I took it, their reasoning for the interview, and they were saying that, you know, the interview had to be like a 2-hour-long interview. And
That's
we,
what-
I mean, that's what we were doing, having these people, and they said it was to build a trust issue. So
That's exactly why. So you aren't in that category any longer, all right? And so, and that's how they do it. You have to build trust, but there are ways to do that without doing it for 2 hours.
yeah, it was.
And so it gets boring to them. I just let them talk for a little while and I go, okay, let's try some hypnosis and see what it feels like. You know, when I get tired of listening, I go, would you like to see what hypnosis is like? You see? And this is how you're going to do it.
And I was just going to say, in my opinion, from having Ron do stuff with me and watching him do it with others, that's the quickest way to gain trust anyways, is letting them have the experience.
Well,
And how their
being in-
fears are gone.
Yeah, and being in a 2-hour interview, it got to, finally, it was like, I was asking them things, they were getting into personal stuff that
You don't need to know.
Yeah, right, and I felt like, you know,
I shouldn't be, I shouldn't be doing, asking those questions and stuff, you know. And your relationship with your sister back then, what was that like? You know, and your school chums, when they came over, what was that like? No, you don't need any of that, okay? So that needs to change, all right? So that's what this is. This is teaching, especially for QHHT practitioners, this is what this is going to do, is teach them the correct way of doing it. You don't need this. It no longer, and so when I first was doing this, the sessions could go 12 hours.
yeah,
I've had them go 12 hours and then another day.
yeah.
You know, if they got cancer and stuff, so you're helping them work through all this stuff. I'm not saying don't do that, because only you know when you're talking to these people who come to you that have cancer, they have to release it. And then they have to talk themselves into releasing it. Okay? Remember, it's all self-hypnosis. So they've got to talk themselves into doing it, and you're there to help them do that. So there's an express way of doing it. You know, some people are good with it, some people aren't. So I want y'all to be really good with it, because I want you doing, the way that it's set up with QHHT, you can only do one person a day. Well, that's not very good. I mean, really. If you can't do a QHHT session in less than 3 hours, there's something wrong. In fact, it should be a lot less. It all depends on how long you decide you're going to let them talk. That's it. And share the stuff, because that's part of the healing too. Okay? And let them talk. You don't need to ask questions. They're going to tell you everything anyway. You're there to listen. All right? And your job is to remove fears. And so that's what is happening. You are removing their fears. Okay? That's your job. That's the only job for the pre-talk, is to remove fears. Because that's the only thing that will keep someone from going into trance. You do have fears. Whatever they may be. Might be fear of letting go of some information you don't want to know. The fear of the unknown, that's the big one. Okay? You don't know what's going to happen. Well, I've already talked to you and told you what it's like. And it's going to be the same thing when you were thinking about boys. That's the same thing. Or clothes, whatever it was. You know, you're thinking, well, how are you going to implement this when you get back? That's all it is. So, now, got any questions? No? Good. Okay. So let's make yourselves comfortable. I want everyone to see what it's like to be hypnotized. And it's the biggest nothing that you ever could think of. But this is what's going to happen.
No, it's not
Yeah, I have another pillow if you want behind your back.
This is okay.
They're in that cabinet there.
The sofa is height challenged?
It is. Well, I have, like, this is short, so.
Me too.
This is short.
And so, you know,
It's just all short.
I have,
Put your books under there.
I have a tall body.
Just over height.
Yeah.
And I have
And it's short
blankets
stuff
in there if anyone's cold. I have
Annie's got
blankets.
red Anita.
I have a very tall body, okay, and very short legs.
You sure you don't want to?
Yeah,
All right.
This is good.
All right.
Just as long as you're comfortable.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. As soon as you go into trance, you're gonna be real comfortable. So
Yeah.
it won't even matter.
It won't matter, you won't
I'm so
notice anything.
excited.
So, and it's good to be excited, but just let it go, because you didn't get really excited when you were thinking, well, maybe you did. I got excited about girls, so I can't say that that's
I'm
not
so
true.
excited about boys.
I get excited about a candle. New kitty, a new candle.
Yeah.
I get excited about lots of stuff.
I get excited about seeing a bird.
Oh, yeah.
My birds now are just so, I just want to be so protective of them.
Mm-hmm. Your little messengers.
Yeah, they're always there.
So what we're going to do is a group induction. And I do this, and this is what I want you just to memorize too. It's what I do for everybody when, or most people, because I want them to see what it's like to be into trance. So each time it's different. You've done it with me, so it'll be similar, but it'll be different. Each time is stronger that you go into trance. You feel better. Every time. No one knows how deep you can go into trance. No one has met the bottom of relaxation. But it's very exciting. I'm a junkie. I do it all the time. I will teach you stress relief. I will teach you how to do self-hypnosis. And it all uses the same techniques. And then I will ask for a volunteer to come up. We'll do a little stuff. Oh, remember, now see, no one can make you do anything, right? So now, I'm going to tell you, if you want to do that, you'll be up here doing it. Oh, there was one thing else that I meant to mention that I did not mention. Anything, this is something that you should write down. You want to edit all this, right?
Yeah.
Anything that you can do in your normal state of being, you can do in trance. That's anything and everything. If you want to get up and dance, you could do that. If you want to sing, you can do that. If you got a cough, move around.
Will we sing better?
Well, now you'll think you sing better. You might want to get a second opinion. Actually, yes, it will. So this is something that you can do with people. It helps with learning to play piano or any instrument. It works with singing because your mind remembers when you hit the right notes and therefore can reproduce it. So yes, it does work that way. A lot of people use hypnosis for sports. All the the Olympic countries in the Olympic, everyone uses hypnosis. Because it's a memory. Okay, so your muscles remember or how it works and how it was perfect. Golf, football, basketball, baseball, doesn't matter. You can help anybody with hypnosis. Okay, so the market is unlimited, all right, for direct suggestion. Okay, that's what I'm talking about is direct suggestion. So what you do is you regress it back to the time that they got it right. And now you seal that so that every cell in their body remembers it. And therefore they go, that's how Tiger Woods got so good. And that's how Tiger Woods got so bad. When he was using hypnosis, he was the best. When his girlfriend had him stop using hypnosis because she didn't trust it, he was the worst. And he hadn't gone back to using hypnosis yet.
Wow.
So,
The one he's with right now.
yes. Well, he just broke up with her, so we'll see how things go. So, and hypnosis works for a broken heart, too.
Yeah.
So, you can fix anything that you want to. So, okay. So, make yourself comfortable. I'm going to have you do some breathing, and you just breathe in naturally. Got you.
My eyes going, didn't you?
Yeah, you just went.
I was ready to go into a meditation. Yeah.
Close our eyes.
Yes, you did.
No, do we close our eyes?
When I tell you to,
Okay, sorry.
did I tell you to close your eyes? No, I didn't. I said, let's breathe.
All right.
Nice and easy, nice and naturally, okay? You fill up your lungs, but without doing any discomfort to yourself. So you just breathe in. Hold it for a couple of seconds and you breathe out. You can breathe out through your nose or your mouth, whatever you want. Doesn't matter. I want you to go ahead and do that 3 times. On the 3rd time, as you're breathing out, I want you to close your eyes. See, I gave you permission to do it on the 3rd time. Okay? That's it. Let's go ahead and close your eyes on the 3rd time. There you go. All right. So I want you to notice how it feels to breathe in the air. And notice when you breathe in, it relaxes you. Because you're breathing in relaxation, you're breathing in good energy. As you hold it, it fills your cells. As you release it, you're releasing all the stresses, all the worries. You're just letting it all go. Keep your attention on your breathing and notice how good you feel. With every breath, you feel more relaxed and you're going into trance. In fact, you're already into trance now. 3 breaths is all it takes and boom, you're in. So, now, I want you to use your imagination. And I want you to place your imagination on your eyes right now. I want you to imagine that they're super glued shut. I want you to imagine that maybe you've been up too late watching a movie or a TV show, and you closed your eyes, and it felt so good to close them, as if they melted into your cheeks. Notice how good that feels. Now, you know you could open your eyes at any time. I don't want you to open your eyes. I want you to keep them closed. You can open your eyes at any time if you want to. But as long as you're using that imagination that you have, you won't open them. In fact, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to try and open them, and you'll find that you cannot open them. The harder you try, the more they stay shut. The more they stay shut, the better you feel. and the happier you feel. So, keeping your attention on your eyes and also on your breathing, you'll notice that you're completely relaxed now. Now in a moment, I'm going to ask you to try and open your eyes and find that you cannot open them. The harder you try, the more they stay shut. The sounds around you, whatever they may be, will only help you go deeper relaxed. The sound of my voice takes you even deeper relaxed and feeling wonderful. Cars going by, phones ringing, lawnmowers, any of that noise, anything like that, just helps you go that much more relaxed because you know the world is doing what it's supposed to do and you're doing what you're supposed to do. Now in a moment I'm going to have you try and open your eyes and you'll find that you cannot open them. The harder you try, the more they stay shut. Now I do not want you to try and open them until you are sure they will not open. Now go ahead and give them a test and find you cannot open them. You can try as hard as you want. Okay, stop. Just let yourself drift down, relax a little bit more. Now, I want you, in a moment, I'm going to call forth your subconscious to work with us. And it's going to take you to another place, another time. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And it's going to take you to another place and time where there is a refrigerator in front of you. 1, 2, 3. And you're there. Notice that refrigerator. What does it look like? What color is it? Is it an old refrigerator? Is it an old-timey one? Is it in the future? I never know where they're going to take you. I never know where you're going to go because you can go in the past, you can go in the present, parallel lives, you can go into the future. So now, you're standing in front of the refrigerator. Notice the type of handles that are there, the color. I want you to look down at the floor. Notice what the floor looks like. I also want you to notice your feet. Do you have shoes on? Are you barefooted? Are you male? Are you female? Or are you just an energy? All right. Now, I'm going to have you open up the door, and inside the refrigerator you find a bowl of lemons. I want you to go ahead and open the door, find the bowl of lemons, take one lemon out, and close the door. Take the lemon, go over to the counter, find a sharp knife. I want you to cut the lemon from top to bottom. Set one half aside. Take the other half, cut it also from top to bottom. Take the one wedge, put it aside. I want you to notice the knife, what type of handle it is, what type of blade it is, what color is it. Put the knife down. I want you to pick up the lemon, the wedge of lemon, and bring it up to your nose and smell it. Now most people can smell it. Most women can smell it. Most men have a little bit of trouble smelling it. And just take a good whiff, move it back and forth. Now in a moment, don't do it yet, I'm going to ask you to take a bite of the lemon. I don't want you to swallow it right away. I want you to move the lemon around in your mouth. I want you to notice, is it bitter? Is it sour? Is it sweet? Is it all three? Okay? I'll go ahead and take a bite of it. And notice, is it sour? Is it sweet? Notice the different changes it's made. Now go ahead, you can go ahead and swallow it. And the different changes it's made in your throat. Okay. I'll count from 1 to 3. Maybe open your eyes. We'll talk about it. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open. How'd y'all do? How did you do?
Okay, I couldn't smell the lemon though.
That's all right. Some people can smell it, some people can't. Some people can smell the zest of the lemon, the rind, and also the fruit. What did the refrigerator look like?
It was just a white square box type, almost like what's in my mom's kitchen.
Could have been. Was it your mom's kitchen?
No,
it
had black and
wasn't,
white
because I
floor.
looked.
Oh, it's like black and white check floor.
Yeah. The linoleum floor. What were you wearing on your feet?
You know, I think it was in my bare feet. I kept
Mhm.
looking down, I couldn't see anything really.
Okay. You didn't see your feet,
No,
right?
not really. So, but I
Okay.
had the sensation that I had bare feet.
Right.
Maybe it was because I was just sitting here.
Okay, so that wasn't, you were doing it through energy. See, that's why I noticed, when I was doing it, I noticed that normally I don't say that, but you were one that you were doing things from energy. So, normally I just say, look at your feet.
Well, you know, when I closed my eyes, I could still see you.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Can you still see him? I could still see you, and I was waiting for that to disappear, so it finally did disappear, and that was just, Like a big
You
purple
work for
orb.
energy more than most people do. Okay? So, now, when you get into it, could you tell the sour, bitterness, sweetness? Or was it just, what was it?
I couldn't smell it, I couldn't really taste it, but when I took the bite of it, and I
The
thought
sensations?
I thought it would be real sour, because in my mind I was thinking, oh, this is going to be sour, but it wasn't. It was like taking a bite of, I love oranges, and that's what it felt like. It was taking a bite of my orange, and all I got the sensation was that I was swallowing liquid.
Right. So, now, if I was to take you back and I would have said orange to you, you would have been able to smell it because you decided that you didn't want to have that experience. Remember, this is all voluntary, okay? You get to choose, and whatever you do is fine, okay? So now, if I took you back, you'd be able to tell that it was sweet, and you could make the changes. So look at my finger. I want you to just follow my finger. When I say the word sweet to you, you go right back there, and this time, instead of a lemon, it'll be orange. It's sweet. Close your nose. That's sweet. Close your eyes down. And there you are. Now you have an orange. And you've already sliced them. Now, bring that orange up to your nose. Deep breath in and smell the aroma of the orange. Almost of the blossoms is still with it. And I'll take a bite of that. And notice the changes. You may go ahead and swallow it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. How was that?
Still couldn't smell it.
Couldn't smell it?
No.
Okay.
Still couldn't smell the orange.
Okay.
But it was still nice and juicy.
Right. Okay. So now, I want you to think back to how your heart was before you did this exercise. It was at a nice, calm level. Now that you've done this twice, you feel the difference. It's racing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did your knife look like?
It had a black handle, just, and it looked like a chef's knife.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't small, it was big.
Big knife, yes. Yeah. Okay. Wasn't chrome. Some chrome.
Yeah, that was me.
That was you.
And when he redid the orange, I wanted to see if orange came through better for me than lemons. So I went with you. I just went there by myself. I just wanted to.
Uh-huh.
So I did, and I have a hard time with the smelling too, but it's more imaginary. I make myself now, but not the first time. It was still a little bit more, and I noticed though that orange was still a little bit easier for me than the lemons. That's why I wanted to try it to see what would work better for me.
Yeah.
But I had the chrome.
The orange wasn't quite easy, but I felt like you were taking me a little bit too fast. I wanted to look at the orange more. I wanted to really
Your
look at it.
choice. Then do it.
And then you said
Then catch up.
yeah.
Yeah, I've done
But I
that
couldn't
too.
smell it.
Sometimes.
I was really trying to smell
Yeah.
it, and you said, "Now take a bite." I'm still like looking at it, like I can't smell it.
So the next time that you open a lemon or orange, go ahead and do that. And just every time you do it, just smell it. And every time that you do this, and with your clients too, I do this with you. So I get to see what you're seeing.
Uh-huh.
And so I can connect with you and everything. You can do this too. You can connect. You can close your eyes and go take a journey with them. Enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
Right? It's just all about being happy and having a good time. Okay, Pam?
Well, I really didn't see anything that I made myself. I made myself.
It doesn't matter where, okay. See, feel, pretend, imagine. Anything that you need to do. It could be feeling. Okay? This is something else that you need to tell your clients. All right? Some people can see, some people hear things, feel things, smell things. Some don't. So tell them use whatever they need. Pretend. Imagine. Everybody pretends and imagines things. You've been doing it since you were born. Okay? So whatever you need to do this, do it.
Right, there's no wrong way.
There is no
Yeah.
wrong way. Right, exactly. And so I will tell you, there's no right or wrong. There isn't. All right? So, what were you able to do?
Well, I imagined a black refrigerator came into my head and also daughter. So it was my daughter, Shannon's refrigerator.
Okay.
And the floor I saw was her floor. It was like a dark laminate type wood.
Mhm.
But then whenever I was cutting the lemon, it was coming from my refrigerator and taking the lemon out of my refrigerator and going over to my counter and doing that.
Right.
And then it was first I put black paring knife and then I'm like, no, it's red.
How powerful is that? Do you see? You are a creator. You get to create whatever you want. Okay? So, this is what the experience that your subconscious wanted you to have. It wanted you to have both of these things. And probably several other things too that you didn't even pick up on. So, were you able to taste it?
No, but yet I had the sensation,
The
that
sensation?
it's sour.
Right. There you go. Did you notice how your heartbeat was elevated?
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice it? Okay. Watch my finger. Same thing. Follow my finger. When I say the word sleep to you, you'll close your eyes and go right back down in trance. In fact, you'll go right back there to where you were with the refrigerator and you were about to taste it. And follow. That's it. Sleep. Drifting down. Do you know you're supposed to follow instructions?
I do.
I can't close your eyes for you. It's a voluntary state. Same thing with.
I don't think
You
I heard
too.
you say sleep.
Oh, okay,
Okay. So I was waiting for that.
okay.
Maybe
Do it again.
selective hearing. I don't know, but I can hear.
Well, all right. Do it again.
Okay.
Follow my finger. And I'm going to say the word sleep to you. You'll close your eyes and go into a deep trance right back there. And we'll see where your heartbeat is after you take the bite. Sleep. That's it. Drifting down. Notice how easy it comes in this time. No fighting it. So each time, notice how good you feel. Notice how more relaxed you are. Each time you do this, you get to go deeper relax and feel better. Okay, so now you've taken a bite of it and you swallowed it. Notice the heartbeat. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes.
Yeah, I noticed the heartbeat. soon as you said it, I felt it race a little
It
bit.
just raced up.
Yeah.
So you guys already know, y'all do excellent. Annie, how were you doing?
Well, let's talk about that because I keep seeing those colors, but with the sound of your voice, then somehow over to this side, it's like I saw my refrigerator, and I really wanted to get an orange, but since you said the lemon, I did follow it. And now, and when you said I could put it in my mouth, the liquid started coming to my mouth because that's what a lemon does.
That's right. And you'll notice your muscles in your jaw and everything, and then when you swallow, your throat tightening up.
Mm-hmm. And so I thought, well, with the colors going, and then this, I thought, I don't quite a lot I don't understand about that, but with your voice telling me, it's like I could see I could imagine what you were saying over to the right. I don't know why it's over to the right.
Just how you are. And so if you don't want to see, actually you want to see the colors. That is your safety net, so to speak, your it's okay thing.
Okay.
So you want to see those colors first. So that's what you do. You do it every time. It's like, okay, I'm okay.
Every time I go to bed, or even during the day, if I go outside and I sit in the yard, close my eyes, I immediately start seeing red, orange, yellow, green, and right on up, and then my mind gets taken away by something I'm interested in or that I hear, and then I don't know what happens, and I just keep my eyes closed, and I start thinking, oh, those birds sound so nice. Thank you for singing to me or talking to me.
Right.
And
But you always start off with the colors.
Right, it's like her own
Safety net.
induction is
Right.
the colors, to use colors
And
to
that's
get you there.
fine. That's fine because that's how you feel comfortable.
Okay.
So just allow it, and then allow for the rest of it to take place. And you can let the colors go. You can have them back at any time that you want to.
Okay, because I can do that.
Right. You are a creator, so you definitely have control. You're the only one that's in control. So you choose to see all these colors, which is wonderful because I can tell you there's billions of people out there who'd like to see the colors and can't do it.
Okay.
So, and have the power to release them so that you can do something else and bring them back so that you can feel good. You can let them go, bring them in, let them go, bring them in. It's all up to your desires. So, what kind of knife was it?
Black handle, serrated edge, metal looking.
It's all that, yeah, okay. So the serrated. You had a shiny knife.
I have. Yes. Yeah, my fridge was older, like probably from, I don't even know what era, but it was top and bottom. Had like the silver around the edge with the wooden handles. And the floor, though, when I looked at my feet, usually I don't see feet, but I looked at the feet and I had like kind of dirty play tennis shoes on, but I felt like I was a girl in a dress, so I must have been young, that would love to wear messy tennis shoes with a dress. But I was fully confident about cutting the lemon, so I just cut the lemon. Yeah, and it was wooden, like an older home with the older wooden floors, not new wooden floors, but older wooden floors.
Could you tell how your heart was at a night before you took the lemon in, how it was at a nice, restful beat?
Yeah, I didn't realize it until I took the lemon, because then I noticed that it was like, that it sped up. So I just remember it speeding up. I noticed all the sensations because I remember, like, I loved the burst of taste. It's like, even though it was sour, and I remember
Right.
thinking it's sour, I didn't mind because I loved the taste of the lemon.
Me too.
Yeah.
And now, Cynthia.
Okay, I had the old-fashioned refrigerator with the rounded.
Okay, so that's what I saw that too.
I saw
the
that.
old style. refrigerator with the one handle.
And the freezer's in there.
Right.
Everything's,
I saw that and changed mine right away to it. I don't know why.
yeah.
Because you can connect. We're all one, by the way.
Cynthia and I are very connected
Oh, yeah.
anyways.
So you know that we're all one. All right, so that's what you do. That's what I do. I connect to y'all so I can see what's going on.
See,
I can
wanted to see
feel
that.
the emotions and stuff and everything that y'all have. And you can do this too. You don't have to take on any of this stuff. You get to feel it as they're feeling it and recognize what they're going through, but you don't own it. It's theirs. Don't take it on. You just tell yourself, I'm not taking that on, that's not mine. It's theirs. I don't have it. So, and now I'm going to let you have it. Huh?
Let me what?
Have it. And here's Cynthia to tell us about her journey.
Oh, and it was like an old wooden floors, old, almost like a cottage, not like a house. I felt like I might have been a man. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So, now, were you able to smell the lemon?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course you tasted it and noticed the changes and everything.
And I noticed when you put me in trance in your office,
I don't put anybody in
or
trance.
where, but I
I
noticed
guided you into trance, yes.
when I was on the bed and I was going to do the session, that's what I
Right.
meant.
Okay.
My heart started pounding, like, whoa. I mean, really hard and fast. So I'm just wondering if that's fear.
No, that's excitement.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you want to call it fear, that's fine.
I know, I just wondered, because I
Oh,
was
that's
first
excitement. It's
relaxed,
excitement.
everything was, I was ready for the session, and my heart was just,
It's like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
ready for the journey.
okay,
That's all. it is.
all right.
So, fear is something that no one should have. There's no reason to carry it. It's only good for entertainment purposes. That's it.
Okay, so that was exciting.
That was excitement. So, yeah. And then your clients will have that
Okay.
too. So some of them, and so you tell them, well, I'm scared. Well, let's change that to excited.
Okay.
Okay, instead of being scared, how about you're excited? Does that work for you? And they'll say yes. Because that's what they want to be. They want to be excited. It's a new adventure. Okay, so now, y'all all been hypnotized now. What do you think? Do you think you were hypnotized? Okay. Now, most of the time when I ask people, they can't tell. Could you tell that you were hypnotized?
Yeah, because I was sinking. I was sinking.
Okay, that is one sensation, is drifting down.
Yeah, almost like I'm going into the couch. And then
Right.
when you had us open our eyes and I was telling my story, my head, it's just now starting to clear. It
Yeah, you
feels
stay in
very-
trance.
Yeah. It's,
For a while. Okay. Pam, how did you feel?
Oh, I felt like I was fighting myself.
You probably were.
Like the
You're not sure what's going to happen, and so how am I supposed to feel and do this? So what did I tell you? Do the biggest nothing.
yeah.
Just allow.
Yeah, it was like I was doing what you were saying because I wanted to, but yet I wasn't like
Fully
I actually
willing to let go.
I was more fully into a trance earlier than I was then. I felt.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see what time. Okay, so let's do a little demonstration. Have y'all chosen who's going to be first?
I'm going to be, it's going to be me.
So Pam, come on.
It said to me, something said to me, you're going to be first.
Have a seat. Okay,
I feel
Pam.
like I'd be like,
So, is there anything that you want to work on?
yeah, darn ego.
wrong with it?
It needs to let my subconscious just come through.
So, I'm kind of confused, because ego usually is like, works with anger, jealousy, that kind of thing. That's usually ego.
Or it's telling, or also like tells you can't.
Oh, well, no, the ego doesn't tell you that.
Oh.
Ego does the very opposite. Ego will tell you that you're better than somebody else.
See, I have a misconception of ego. Well,
Right.
that's-
Okay. So you have running through you, which I'll work with everybody, that self-confidence. So, okay.
Isn't that part of ego though?
No.
Is that-
No, because, well, in a way it is, you have, it will tell you, it will get your butt in trouble. It's like, you think, you go to a bar and you think, you're Superman and somewhere there's a guy with kryptonite. That's what that is. It overloads your senses with, I'm the best, kind of thing. And that would be, telling yourself how good you are and stuff like that, how much better you are, where it's the opposite in your case. So it's not ego.
See, I thought it was my ego keeping me, my confidence down.
No,
Like telling
it's
me.
your self-confidence keeping your ego down. It's the very opposite.
Okay.
So, all right. So what I'm going to teach you is a very easy induction that you can do with women, particularly because it's so easy. It's so soft. So you always ask, do you have any problems with your neck, your back, arms?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm having back problems and I've been having jaw problems.
It won't be difficult. Okay. TMJ. That's what you do.
I don't honestly know. My
Okay.
dentist stirred, or my hygienist stirred something up last week, and it's better today, but it's
Okay, let's work with that. That I can work with. That's just discomfort. Pain, all right? Another word for pain is discomfort. So I use discomfort rather than pain because pain brings it back up. Discomfort doesn't do that. So you say discomfort. So now, I'm going to touch your wrist, your arm, your neck. Is that okay? Okay. So, all right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have you put your hand in my hand, right here. Okay. I'm going to have you look here. I'm going to remove my hand from your hand. I'm going to say sleep. You're going to close your eyes and go into a deep trance. Is that okay? When you come out of the trance, you're going to feel as if you had a nice nap, a nice massage. Is that okay? Okay. So, she's already in trance. Okay, that's interesting. And so, this is how I know. I left the hand there. All right? So that tells me that she just put herself in trance. So, close your eyes. Press on my hand. And I go put my hand on my neck. I'm feeling for tension. It's what I'm doing. And sleep. First you float. And floating was out where you came in. And as you drop down, notice how good you feel. Sound of my voice takes you deeper and deeper. I will use a deepener here, which I don't need to, but I'm teaching also. I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. When you get down to 1, you'll be as deep as you need to be for us to do any work with you today. So here we go. With every number, you go deeper, relax. And it doesn't matter what number I say and what order I say. It's just the intention of when you get down to 1, you will be as deep in trance as you need to be. 10, drifting down now. 9, 8, feeling as if you're a leaf on the wind, just drifting down. 7, 6, how good you feel. You may need to move your jaw around and reposition it, make yourself comfortable. Notice the flutter in your eyes. Let you know that you're going into a deep trance. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, Pam, you said you had some discomfort in your jaw. Both sides? Okay. So now, I'm going to regress you back to the time that you were at the dentist, and they gave you Novocaine. 1, 2, 3. And you're there. Can you feel your jaw? No. Want to touch your jaw? No. No. This side. Okay? No. No. Now, jaw's not correct. Let's let it come in a little bit more. Numbing sensation. Numbing sensation. You can feel me touch. You can feel the pressure. You're feeling the pressure. Feeling the pressure on both sides. Feeling the pressure. You might need to swallow, just like you did when you took the Novocaine. That's it. Feel the pressure. Notice the discomfort is gone. All discomfort gone. I'm now going to teach you how to do this without the Novocaine. Okay? I'm removing the numbness. Numbness removed. Jaw is still fine. Now I want you to imagine a knob in front of you with numbers on it from 0 to 10. And an indicator as to where those numbers are. Okay, you got this in your mind? Okay. Now I'm going to regress you back to a time when the discomfort is back in and as high as it has ever been. 1, 2, 3. Discomfort's back. And it's at the highest level. What number is that? Beginning to die. What number is it? 6 or 7? 6. Okay. All right. Now, I want you to turn it up just a little bit higher. To a 7 or 8. And then turn it right back down to a 6. Where would you like that discomfort to be? 0. Turn it back down to 0 again. Now, the only reason that you have discomfort is to let you know that there's something wrong. So there's something wrong there. We'll discover what it is, and we'll work with it. But for right now, you know that there's something wrong. But you can turn it back to 0, and we'll work with it later. Is that okay? Where is the knob at now? Where's what's that? 0. Great. Okay. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5 and bring you back to your normal state of being. Your normal state of being. You'll feel as if you've had a nice nap, a nice massage, and we'll always be friends. Okay, here we go. 1, coming up now. 2, 3. Your eyes feel as if they've been bathed in cool, clear water. 4. And on the next number, eyes open, feeling wonderful, feeling great, feeling as if you had a nice nap, a nice massage, and just as happy as you could ever be. Eyes open. 5. Was that so bad? And you didn't want to come up.
I don't.
Now how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. I can feel that when you were bringing me up, it felt like it wasn't my heart. It's in my arms. Like the energy's just.
Right. So some of the things you can say, and depending on, now we just did a short one, but you can count from 1 to 10 when you do a session, because it takes longer for the blood to start circulating back, which is what you were feeling. So that is what happens. Okay? So, now aren't you sorry? And notice how happy she is. See, she doesn't even remember that part, that I told her that she'd feel happy.
Yes, I do.
So there you go. All right. So, you got any questions, Pam?
No, I can think of it.
Okay. Pretty cool, right?
Yes.
All right. So, another victim,
Me?
of course,
And thank you.
you're welcome. You're quite welcome. And so you are aware that there's something wrong. We will work with that, whatever it is. And so I will tell you that 100% of the diseases that man has, they bring on themselves. 100%. The doctors admit to 90%. They'll say that 90% of the clientele have made themselves sick. It's actually 100%. And so now, if you can make yourself sick, you can make yourself unsick. Is that a word? Healthy. That's a word. Okay. So, now Carol. What kind of problems have you got? She'd like to work on? Anything?
Oh, my urinary tract
That's all.
Okay, that's a session. And so I will tell you about urinary tract infections, where they come from. It's because you're in a situation that you don't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is the body trying to flush it out. Okay? So you're in a very negative place. So, and that's what that's about.
Yeah.
So, once you understand that, and once you start making the changes and everything, then you do that. But that's for a session, because we have to go and find out, the same as with Pam, we have to go in and find out what is the reasoning behind this, why is this taking place. But for Pam, I'm pretty sure it's because she's not speaking her truth. You're not, so that's one of the things. I could look it up more and everything, but basically we'll find out, what it is. So you're not.
I do the grinding of the teeth at night too. I know she told me about you said and it's really getting bad. But the dental hygienist, she's the one that ever since then it's just been like
Okay.
clean.
So you'll fix that. I can't fix it, but you will.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you did all the work then too. I didn't do anything. All I did was guide you into trance,
Right.
and I gave you some suggestions and stuff. And it was up to you whether you wanted to do it, whether you wanted to work on it or not, whether you wanted to fix it or not. So that's what we
And
did.
I know where mine's coming from too. It's definitely my mom.
You're in a toxic situation.
Yeah, with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She's so close to passing, and she doesn't want to go. She's very afraid.
So why don't you talk to her? And I'm going to, and you already know most of the stuff and everything. It's okay to pass. We used to do this on a normal basis. We would live as long as we wanted to live. And then everyone would gather around. We'd tell them, hey, it's time for me to go. I'm ready to go and learn some more stuff, and then come back and do different things. Okay, so that's how we used to do it. And everybody would gather around. It would not be, of course, you're going to miss the person who's leaving, and they're going to miss you. Okay, that's just normal. All right. But it's a celebration, because you know where they're going. You know where your mom's going. Why don't you tell her?
Right.
Share that.
I have.
Okay.
But she's still, she's just not ready. She's not, and she lives in so much pain every day.
So is she willing to do some of the stuff and everything?
Well, she left me do a QHHT session on her.
Which went nowhere.
No, exactly, yeah, went nowhere.
And that's the problem with the QHHT, is that they're not taught how to do this stuff. They're given a script. The script is perfect, okay? But if you don't know what to say before the script, it's useless. If you don't know what to say after the script, it's useless,
Right.
okay?
That's what
Well,
they
it's
did.
not
They gave
completely
us-
useless, but, you know.
They pretty much gave us a script, gave us a partner to go practice on, and we actually left without any instructor being there.
Right.
And of course, we all failed.
Right.
You know, is what we thought we failed. And then that was it, we were done.
Right,
And then they sent us home
right,
and said, we'll go practice again.
right, until you get it
And
right.
everybody's
And
confused.
and so, you know, on the forum, it's the same thing, and that's why, you know, I was called to go there to give the talk on how to do all this.
Yeah.
But because there's so much chaos going on there, the Lord's asked me not to go. So it's not time for me to go and share this with everybody.
Yeah.
So, but you're going to get everything, then you're going to go share it with others. Okay?
Well, a lot of the girls that I went to class with, they can't wait till I get back. They want to know more because they're as confused as I was.
Exactly, so this is where this is going, this is what we're called to do. And, but you're going to learn other things too. You're going to learn about, you're going to have people coming to you with children that are indigos and crystals, and they don't know how to deal with them. And so this is what you're going to be learning, part of it, and which isn't being taught. But it's so important now for you to get this information out. The children that are coming in now are so advanced, so much wiser than what we are, so much able to manipulate the system and everyone around them, how they can manipulate you and move you. So, I know you know. So, but you're going, each one of you will be handling these children. And so you will not only work with the children, you will work with the parents, teaching them how to connect to them. Okay? Which is not being taught. So that was one of the first things I learned from Dolores when we were working together. So it's to connect each other, to connect to the child. And so you can do that. Their higher self talks to you.
Yes.
You get the answers if they want to talk. Now, some of them might not want to. I haven't run across that before, but there's always a possibility that they're in an angry state.
It's interesting because when we were working with Sydney and her asthma and allergies, and Isaac physically, when I asked if he wanted to come in, he said no. So we just connected, and he was laying on his bed, and his higher self said yes, and came right on in. And so we were able to communicate. It's really neat. Yeah. Very
And the
powerful.
thing of it is, even before she asked him, I knew he was in a relaxed state,
Yes.
and he was not going to come in.
Right.
But it was okay to ask for his higher self to come in and talk and to get the answers
Yes.
and everything.
And
He was
then-
willing to do that.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're going to learn how to do that. So, and it's very easy. It's very simple. So is there something else that you'd like to just feel good?
I guess I can't think of any. I have no health problems at all.
I can help you with that.
You can give me one.
I can give you several. Well, it works that way.
Maybe turn down the discomfort from the urinary tract infection. Or get more joy. Magnify what you already have.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always such a,
So I want to
I
teach
am
you
a high
a
energy
little
person.
something here. I want you to take your hand, put your hand on your leg. Okay, now right away, you can feel where your hand starts and your leg starts. Okay? And I'm glad that you haven't spread apart. Because now I'm going to ask you to bring your fingers together like this. And notice you can tell one finger from another. Now in a moment, you're going to lose that sensation between your hand. This is, by the way, awakening. This is called awakening hypnosis. And it's where your eyes are open. Okay? So I want you to see that you can do this with your eyes open, like they do with commercials. Okay? So now you've already lost the feeling between your hand and your
Yeah.
leg. Now you also lost the feeling between your fingers.
Yes.
So now you'll notice that your hand is stuck to your leg, but I don't know which part of your hand is more stuck. Is it your fingers or is it the palm? If you were to use your imagination, tell me which one it is.
My fingers.
Your fingers. All right? I want you to just take that sensation, let it come up, and now it's all the way up to your wrist. Your hand's stuck completely to your leg.
It's tingling too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I want it to come up, your arm, into your shoulder, lock in place. So now move your arm or your hand. In a moment when I ask you to try and lift it and find that you cannot lift it, the harder you try, the more it stays connected and will not lift. I don't want you to try and lift it until you know for sure, which you already know, for sure it will not lift off your leg. Now go ahead and give it a try and find you cannot lift it. You can move around with your hand still stuck. In fact, now that has gone to your butt, and now your butt is stuck to the chair and you cannot get out of the chair. Go ahead and give it a try.
I can't.
So, now, close your eyes, floating into these permission slip to raise this hand is all free, just as it was naturally. You know, as you made with your hand. Yes, that's right, you can move it. And your butt's unstuck. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And you open your eyes and come to the natural state of being, feeling as if you've got a nice nap, a nice massage. And for the rest of the day, you're going to feel wonderful. And you're going to learn a lot of things, and of course you'll all remember everything that I tell you. You notice how your eyes are just moving around, twitching a little bit. And notice how good you feel. With every breath that you've taken in, you become more relaxed and all the stress as well. For the rest of the day, you'll be no stress. All right. 1, coming up now. 2, 3. Eyes feel as if they've been bathed in cool, clear water. 4. On the next number, you'll open your eyes, feeling wonderful, feeling great, just laughing and giggling. You think it's such a funny thing that happened? Eyes open. Now, see, yeah.
Gave one big, yeah. Just one big beat.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. My fuzziness is gone.
No,
I was
good.
so fuzzy after that. Even sitting here, I couldn't. It was
Because
just.
you stayed,
I
you
felt
stayed
like I was
for a little
moving
while,
in
right.
slow motion.
So, yeah.
That's
and you just
gone.
stayed,
Yeah.
No, I'm just curious too, as we're going to be doing this. While he was telling you, at first, your hand and you can't feel it, and as he was sticking your hand to your leg and everything, did you feel like you were in under hypnosis?
Did you feel like you were in trance with your eyes open and think?
No.
Yeah, see, and I like to make that distinction because when people say, well, I don't know if I'm in trance or not, but it's like, you don't always feel like
you
you're in
understand
trance,
she's
and it
still in
works.
trance. And so now your hand is stuck to the top of your head. And you cannot move it. It's stuck super good shut. So you can do this and you should be doing this. These are provers. You need to have your client know that they're in trance. Even though you don't feel like you're in trance, do you?
No.
Okay. But you can't move your hand either.
Oh my God, I can't. I really can't.
So now give yourself a permission slip that you can remove your hand. And then, so it starts the giggling again. It's so, you should do these things. Hypnotists are afraid to fail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
You're not going to fail. It's impossible.
This is something else I noticed when I still had the feeling that I was over here, my head was trying to catch up to me.
Mhm.
The oars in here just opened up.
Yeah,
But now it's closed up again, now I don't. It's like when I was in the,
right. Why you
like when I was sitting here,
would
everything
you
was.
like to see the oars again?
I know I can bring them in, I've been able to bring them in anytime.
There you go.
But it was just like everything was
So
glowing
you
at
can
once.
look at the people
Have
here.
you seen that?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, when you're standing up here, you're just
myself.
surrounded and it changes from purple, it picks up, oh no, I was gonna say it picks up the green back here, but there's no green. You got green around you too. Green,
Yeah.
like a yellowish green.
That's healing. So that's what I do with y'all. I do the healing. So thank you. All right, and so now it's noon. It's time for me to go and send off your diplomas. Because I know every one of y'all going to pass. You have no choice. So I've never had to tear up a diploma, I will say that. So, have y'all got any questions before we take a break? And we're going to take a break for about an hour. I don't know how long it's going to take me to go to the post office and back, but whatever it takes, you know, when y'all can get lunch or whatever. So, y'all have any questions before we go ahead and take a break?
Yeah, why is your eye open?
Oh, conjunctivitis,
Oh.
and I got it Saturday. And so I've been doing the healing with it, and so it should be finished in another, by tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was like I could not stand it.
Do you have any aloe plants at home?
Aloe?
If you-
No.
Because if you take the
The aloe?
aloe and just rub it in your eye and get it in there.
Really? I would think trying to put something into your eye is not a good thing, but especially my big fat
It
finger.
works. It works.
And so do you have any aloe?
No, aloe gel is really
I
good.
have some aloe plants at home. Can I bring you one tomorrow?
Sure. Not the plant, but just the,
Just a piece?
yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. Questions?
No?
Excitement?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
A lot of
just
that.
the beginning, this is just the tip. I do have to teach you the questions. We have to go over the questions so that I know you'll pass and everything. So we'll do that, get that out of the way, and then we will start doing sessions. I have someone who wants to come, my sister talked to you about her.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give you her phone number. I
Okay.
have someone else, Carl. I just happened to go in and I decided I wanted a new suit. And so at Men's Warehouse, so Carl wants to stop smoking. We'll see how that goes. His fiance wants him to stop smoking.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a challenge because now I have to convince him that he wants to stop smoking, not her.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You always have people coming to you to stop smoking because for somebody else. Okay, so got them in the door, and so every hypnotist will tell you you can't help them until they want to stop. So now your job is to convince them they want to stop. And so you teach them about cigarettes and what's in them. Nicotine, very addictive, right? No.
No.
Nicotine is not addictive, but it's very deadly. The amount that you can put on the end of the tip of a straight pin is enough to kill a horse.
Wow.
Okay? And if it was addicted, then the gum would make you addicted to the gum. Which we had.
Yeah, that was funny.
Fixed her little rig wagon. So you have to convince them of the stuff. So there's ways of doing it.
Then why is the nicotine in the cigarettes?
Because it's naturally in the cigarettes. It's naturally in the tobacco.
Right.
What else is naturally in the tobacco is sugars. Well, now, the manufacturers decided, well, sugar is addictive. And sugar is addictive.
Yeah.
And so now they put the sugars in it, and they put other things in it to make it addictive. But it's not the nicotine. It's what they put into the cigarettes.
Nicotine's just the
poison.
Right, and so now, here you have these cigarettes that the manufacturers are allowed to put out to make you addictive.
Right,
How does that make you feel?
I know.
You know, makes you feel crummy.
They're stealing your money. It's
Right,
like,
exactly.
cash cow.
So, and the other part of it is that it's a habit, okay? And habits are easy enough to change. And so you have to let the subconscious give them things that will substitute for putting things into their mouth, which is the same thing for gaining weight. The thing with gaining weight comes from the same place that smoking does.
Really?
So, yes, it's about self-esteem and wanting to be accepted.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I noticed when I quit smoking, this was a shocker to me because I never would have looked at it like this, as it literally was exactly what you said. I discovered that I had to face up to emotional stuff that I wasn't willing to face up to. Once that cigarette, I couldn't hide behind it anymore, and I started to realize I was really, what it was hiding me from having to deal with stress,
Right.
having to deal with these other things, emotional stuff that I had been, and I thought, that's crazy. How could you hide that behind the cigarette? It was. I saw it clear as day. I experienced it myself. That's exactly what it was
everybody
doing for me.
experiences the same thing with that. It's all about stress, okay?
And not wanting
and
to
so,
go right.
and not wanting to face it.
Right.
So you can use a cigarette. Now, notice how strong you are. You can use the cigarette to get you up, to take you down.
Right. Right.
How can one drug do both?
Right.
Well, it can't.
It can relax me. It can make me feel good. Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
can't do that.
You're right.
But you can. So you just gave the cigarette permission to do that for you. You don't need a cigarette.
Right.
Any else smoking?
I know. Not
Well, what does it?
Well, hopefully Carl will come. So I want to do that, and because that's one of the things to make money with. You can go to dealerships and put a stop smoking program together. They love you for that. It's a waste of time
Right.
Right.
for the employee to go out and do that. And so, not that you've taken away the time from them that they could take a break with. Okay, you're not doing that. You just allow them to substitute something better into their life.
Yeah.
Doing the stress relief. So you can go do those things. You know. And there's other things. Weight loss, that's another one. I don't know, anybody here want to lose weight?
Well, my sister's been battling it. Yeah, I really would love to help her. She lives in Michigan now, but I just,
Well, then do it.
yeah, I
I
know.
will teach you.
Over the
And
phone,
you
can I
want to
do
lose
it
weight,
with her?
so, and what do you need to lose weight for? Is it,
Because I want to be like 10 to 20 pounds thinner.
okay,
She's still giggling.
problem. And so I will work with y'all, but I will tell you, get rid of the number. Your
Yeah.
body knows where you're supposed to be at,
Yeah.
okay? Allow it to do its job. It wants to do that. It wants you to be healthy and happy. So now we just have to go and find out what's holding it back. So that'll come through in the sessions and stuff. That's why I said I will be doing sessions with each one of you. Then you will be doing sessions with each one.
Wow.
You just get to pick.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay?
I've done a couple on Pam.
Yes, you have.
The,
And how did
the
that work?
QHHT script. The first one, we really didn't do too much. The second one, I actually got her into a past life. You know how
So I'm going to teach you
QHHT,
how to do that. You don't even need to pass lives anymore.
well, you know QHHT, you have to go to a past life.
Right, well,
That's what
okay, so that's going to change.
Past life.
The reason for you to go to a past life is the same reason for you having a 2-hour talk. And so what you have done now is open them up to using their imagination. And they like to call it the right side of the brain. Well, there is no left, there is no right. They're both equal. Why would you separate them?
Right.
There is nobody, you need to get this in your mind right now, there is nobody that is purely left-brained. There is nobody that's purely right-brained.
Oh, you're going to be completely unteaching me.
And I am. That's right. These are things that need to be done.
Does that
Okay.
explain why after that session, remember, that was the weekend, I woke up with
Yes.
a face above my head that I could see. I mean,
Like your first
there was-
vision.
that was the cartoon
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you opened up the site. We just opened you up.
Opened her up.
Right, so that's what happens. So now, you need to start from the very beginning. I know we're going over again. You need to start from the very beginning that the client contacts you, in whatever method that they contact you, whether it's email, whether it's talking to you on the phone. You really don't want people emailing you. That's a waste of time.
It is.
It's a time waster. So, but there are some people that can't talk on the phone. So you do that. But now from the very beginning, you want them to know that they're going to have a successful session. You put that in your head from the very beginning. There are no hard subjects. There are no hard clients unless you create them, unless you let that information come in that other people have said to you that you're going to have hard clients. No, you're not. Each one is going to be better than the last one. Put that in your mind. Let them know that. Let them know that they're going to have a successful session. And believe me, by the time you learn this stuff, there's no way that they won't have one. You'll know exactly what to say to them from the beginning to the end. That's why I can guarantee 100% success. And so can you. When I say 100% success, I ask before you leave, are you 100% okay with everything? Are you 100% satisfied before I ask to be paid? Because if I haven't done my job, then I don't deserve to be paid. Even though I put forth this energy, I didn't do it the right way. But you're going to do it the right way, because I never do it the wrong way now. It's a formula, and I've given you some things, but then when we talk about the metaphysical part of it, it's going to be different. So what you're using here, straight hypnosis. What I've just given you, straight hypnosis. When we get to the metaphysical part, then you have to know what else to say to them, what they're going to see. You get people to come to you, they don't see anything. Well, that's the first flag that says they're a light worker, and the first time that they've been here. So, if that's what they're seeing, what has happened is that they're going back to creation. Well, you didn't get taught that. But you do enough sessions.
Yeah.
You do enough sessions, then you know what is going on.
Yeah.
You ask the questions. What do you see? What do you feel? And a lot of times, it's not what they're seeing, it's what they're feeling. Then you can go forward from that.
Yeah, because with the first session I did with Ron, it was the same thing, and he says, "What do you see?" I'm like, "I don't see anything. It's black. There's just black."
So is mine.
And he says, "Well, okay, just look around." And so I'm looking around in the darkness. He goes, "I don't see anything. Are you moving? Do you have feet? What?" And as he kept asking the questions, then I started to see, like, "I don't know, but I feel really good. I'm really big." And he's like, "What now?" I said, "Things like, do you see any rocks or anything like that?" I said, "Yeah, like these big objects." And he goes, "Planets?" And I go, "Yes." And I said, "What?" He's like, "What are you doing with them?" I said, "I'm moving them really fast in the sky and I'm having fun. I was putting them here and I'm putting them there. I'm like, that one goes there." And he's like, and that's when I discovered him right back to source when I was creating the universe.
Yeah.
Right?
The first thing they
It was
did for me,
amazing.
I saw nothing but black. And of course, they gave us no instruction to do what when they don't see anything.
So this is where I come in. I'm teaching you that.
He just kept asking me. And the room was very dark. There was one small light, and it was like way over on the corner of the desk. And all of a sudden, this bright white light, it started right here. And it was right here in the corner of my eye like this. And I remember saying, there's a very bright white light. And I said, and I'm thinking they had a flashlight on right at my eye. And he
No,
kept,
you were doing healing. The white light is you healing yourself.
well, it got so bright then. It was
Then
huge.
Could
It was
you
right
feel
through
the
my eyes.
waves? Could you-
As,
the waves flowing through your body? From the
you know something I don't remember because the white light was
so
so
bright?
bright. I said to them, I said, you're gonna have to bring me up. I said, because the light is really bothering me. And after he counted me up then and out. And
Okay, wrong terminology.
out. Yeah, I know. But see, that's what they told us.
Right, so that's, the terminology has to change.
Yeah.
You're now, remember I repeated it to y'all, I'm bringing you back to your normal state of being.
Yes.
Did I write that?
Well, whenever he did do that,
Just
my eyes started jumping so hard. It was like I was in
He didn't know what to do with you. That's the
No,
problem.
yes.
That's what I'm going to teach you. You had a very wonderful opportunity to give to him, but he didn't know what to do with it.
No, he didn't.
It's-
And then when I finally opened my eyes, the room was so dark. I was stunned.
Startled.
Yes, I was stunned. And the girl that was recording the session, she said, Carol, I had no idea what you were talking about. You kept talking about the white light. I said, I literally thought you had a flashlight holding it on both eyes. That's how bright and white it was. And I said, it was so intense. And she said, well, when you were laying there, she said, your eyes just looked like they were going just all directions like
Right.
that. And I said, I couldn't stop it.
No, you can't. You can't. What he should have done was say, notice now how the light is flowing from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet in waves. And what it is doing is healing your body, your mind, and bringing everything into balance. You
I
missed
just
out on
had
that.
chills. big
Yeah.
time.
So when you have someone that is, they see those bright lights,
Yeah.
or they see crystals, okay, that's healing. Go with it. That's what they're wanting to do, is heal. Every time you go into trance, you're healing yourself. Your body wants to heal itself, your mind wants to heal itself, and your soul wants to connect and be balanced with everything.
I see the white light all the time. Even when I go to bed at night and I'm sleeping, as soon as I close my eyes, there's a bright white light right here. Just the same one that was.
It's they're downloading information to you, and it's healing your brain, okay, making new connections for you, which is powerful. I mean, that's what you want to do, and you want to harness it. So I'll teach you how to harness that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, break time.